And then I woke up and I was like, oh no. And then I vomited everywhere. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. One of my students told me that he was like, my daddy sleeps on the couch. I was like, does he like snore too loud or something? He was like, no, mommy's mad because daddy keeps sleeping with other mommies. So now he has to sleep on the couch. If you talk to someone about your poop, that's like the ultimate like connection. Like you know what I mean?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hits Podcast. My name is Oscar. This is my sister, Sophia. This is our podcast. It's called the Hits Podcast, HTS, no I. Today, Sophia's got some stories. I got some stories. Sophia has a game for us. We're officially going to start playing games at the end of every episode, and Sophia's in charge for what games we play. So if they suck, it's all her fault, and you should shame her. But yeah, today we're officially starting that. So, Sophia, you have a story.
I have a single story that I remembered because I was talking to my friend and somehow soap was mentioned and like how it tastes like soap and it was like gross. And then it just like unlocked a memory of mine.
That you and your friends were talking about how soap tastes like soap?
No, me and my friends were talking about something and then soap came up and then we started talking about how soap tastes. And then I was like, wait, why do I know that? And then it unlocked a memory.
So you were like, why do I know what soap tastes like?
Yeah.
Okay. Sophia and her friends work at one of the most prestigious hospitals in the country. And these are the fucking conversations they have.
Mind your business. Anyways, we were talking about soap. So picture this. This was when I was still really little. We were still living in my Nana's house. Not the side house, the main house. You remember?
Yeah.
To put into context, how old were we at the time? I was going to say to put in context, I was this old, but I don't remember.
We moved out when I was in third grade.
What, like less than second grade, right?
Third grade.
So I was still early elementary school.
So if I was in first or younger?
I was like in first or younger. I'm surprised I remember, right? But I remember.
Yeah.
And I was there asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, oh no. And then I vomited everywhere. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Everywhere.
What kind of fucking story? How is this the lead up to the story? I was asleep and then I woke up and I was like, oh no. And then I vomited everywhere. Did you hold on?
That's what happened.
Hold on. Did you wake up because you were vomiting? Or did you wake up and then as soon as you were like consciously awake, you were like, and then you vomited? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you start vomiting and it woke you up?
I know, I woke up. It wasn't like I woke up and then I was like, why am I awake? 3, 2, 1, bleh. It wasn't like that. It was I was asleep and then I woke up and then I went bleh.
Okay, you probably woke up because you.
I didn't have.
Yeah.
Probably, but I was too young to like remember like that. Anyways.
Go ahead. Tell the
story. Throw up everywhere. Okay, it's on the walls. It's on the sheets. It's on the floor. Everywhere. Okay. At the time, I don't know where our mother was. She was probably working or something. And our tia.
Okay.
But our tia was there. And I don't know. I guess she heard me throwing up because I don't remember grabbing someone. I just remember her. Like, I was there and I was like trying to make it to, that was the thing too. I was trying to go to the bathroom because I'm like, when you throw up in the toilet because every time I was sick and I had to throw up, I threw up in the toilet. But what I ended up doing was going blah, 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 blah down the hall.
Just throw
everywhere. So when I say there was throw up everywhere, on the walls, on the floor, on the bed, in my room, on the walls, on the floor, on the pictures of the walls, in the hallway, and then in the bathroom, right? Everywhere. And our tia was pissed, okay? Like, you could see it on her face. In retrospect, she was mad because she was going to have to clean it all up, but she wasn't mad at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But her face didn't hide it well. And so I remember, like, I wake up throwing up, and then I'm in the bathroom. And then I finally stopped throwing up once I like made it to the bathroom, I guess. I don't know. And she's there and she's like, go, clean your mouth. And then she like disappears, assumingly going to start cleaning the throw up, right?
Yeah.
But my little brain was like, she's mad. and she told me to clean my mouth. I'm in trouble because I threw up everywhere, but I went to the bathroom like I was supposed to be, so I don't know why I'm in trouble, but I'm in trouble. And she's mad, right? And my little brain took that to mean, oh, when I clean up, like clean my mouth,
Clean
I started
involves
using
soap.
Clean involves soap because she didn't say brush your teeth. She said clean your mouth. So I remember sitting there and I was tasting the vomit and the soap and I was like trying to like clean and like rinsing out and like, yeah. And to this day, I vividly remember what soap tastes like. And that's my story. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Bro, like...
I've never told you this, right? I don't remember telling anyone.
No, there's no way. I've never heard that. There's no way I've heard that. That's fucking insane.
I don't think... I kind of want to ask Mom, because she won't know that I cleaned my mouth with soap, but I kind of want to ask her if, like,
if she remembers the occasion of, like...
Do you remember the occasion? Or I wonder if, like... I feel like my tia had to have said something. I don't picture any scenario in which she doesn't, like...
mention, hey, your daughter threw up everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's fucking crazy.
Bam.
Quick side note, I don't understand how people hold their vomit back. Like the idea of like and like holding it and then running somewhere and then bleh, like throwing it. I can't do that. I can't do that to save my fucking life. I hate throwing up.
I wonder how many... What's it called? I wonder how many times you have to throw up in order to have that much control of when you throw up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you got some experience, some miles in, I hate throwing up. Speaking of stopping
in the middle of doing things.
No, I'm not done. I was still saying shit. Shut up. I hate throwing up more than most things. Like I never consciously decide like, okay, I feel shitty and I feel like I have to throw up. I'm just gonna go and do it. Nah, I can't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I threw up one time when I was at my other apartment. Like since I've moved to LA, I threw up one time. Like I was just feeling super sick for like 2-3 days, and then I threw up like a lot, like a shitload, and it was such like it's such a violent experience. Like you forget how like involuntary things can be sometimes. Like it literally felt like someone was grabbing my esophagus, like stuck their hand in my body and grabbed my esophagus and like did this, like wrung it out, like fucking, and I could just feel it contracting like through my whole fucking body. It was fucking crazy, right? So I don't know how people do the whole like, I can't do that shit. If I'm throwing up immediately.
Or maybe
in
like
your face.
Those people are like anatomically different and they have like different muscles, or like they,
you know what I mean? Are you calling me bitch made, bro?
Yeah. Anyways.
No, I think they've just done it a lot, and they're like, I think they've just done it a lot, and they're kind of like a little more used to the feeling and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say one time I threw up.
Wait,
and
I'm not done. Dying. Oh, well, everybody's had that experience. Like one time.
No, but there's more to it.
There were a couple instances when I threw up at Big O's house just because I ate too much, just because I was a little fat fuck and I like stuffed my face, right?
No surprise there.
So one time we were just sitting on the couch and it was like me and Big O and someone, and I was just in the middle and we were just sitting there and I just felt real shitty. And then out of nowhere, I was just like, bleh! And I just threw up like all over the fucking living room, like the whole fucking living room. But like, you've been to our aunt's house.
Yeah.
The whole living room just like all over the floor. And my dad was pissed. He was like, what the fuck? Why didn't you go to the bathroom? Like, if you feel like you have to throw, and I'm like, I can't stop that shit. It just went. It was here. By the time I knew it, by the time I knew it was happening, it had happened,
We found out at the same time.
Anyways, he'll tell you that story if you piss him off enough and you remind him of how much of a little fat fuck I used to be, he'll tell you that story for sure.
I thought I was dying one time when I was throwing up, but like actually, like I've thrown up before, and like you have that like, oh my god, like can I breathe kind of like freak out, and then you stop and then you're breathing and it's fine. No, I threw up and I saw what I threw up and I'm like, I'm dying. Like I don't think you understand. It was red. Like it was bright red. I was throwing up and like it was red everywhere. I was like, the thing is, I kept throwing up and it kept being red and I kept freaking out, but I couldn't breathe to call mom because I was throwing up. And I was like, oh, like I couldn't, and I thought I was dying. And I was like, me back then in that moment would be so surprised to see that I'm still alive to this day. Like when I tell you I thought I was dying is not an exaggeration because of how bad it felt. No, I thought that my last moments, like I thought I was gonna be found with my head in the toilet because I just eventually, you know what I mean? It was bad.
That's amazing.
And now let me tell you why it was red.
I was gonna say,
I'm a big bag and I ate like it was like a family size hot Cheetos bag.
oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And it didn't agree with my stomach,
That'll do it.
clearly.
Yeah, that'll do
And
it.
so I started throwing up, and it was red because they were hot Cheetos.
Nice.
And I realized that once I could breathe and like think clearly. But yeah, it was mad.
Bro, you know, every now and then I'm like, yo, I'm really fucking lame. Because like things happen and they make you realize how lame you are. And then I tell you the stories of what happened and how I realized I was lame.
That literally never happens to me.
Yeah, well, okay. You can just say yes. All right? Because you know damn well it happens to me and I tell you the story. All right? Like one time.
But that wasn't the question you asked.
I said, you know how that happens. And then you just say yes. Anyways, one time I was trying to go to sleep and I was a little sick and my nose was really runny. And I lay down on my side and I felt my boogers drip out of my face and like run all the way the fuck down my cheek. And I was like, God fucking damn it. And I wipe it up and I turn over to the other side because I was like, maybe this side will be better because this nostril's less stuffed. And then it dripped down all the way down my face. And I was like, fuck, I just need to lay on my back. I'm just going to like not let gravity do its thing. And then my boogers still dripped all the way down my face. And then I told Sophia about it and I was like, it was fucking hilarious. I had to stuff my nose and then I would like toilet paper and then I went to sleep. Shit like that. Yeah. Like it's just real life shit that just happens sometimes. And there's not really any way you can like be too cool for it to happen to you, but it still makes you feel lame. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I told Oscar, I was like, why didn't you do it earlier if it started dripping? And he was like, because like it made me feel lame. Like I was like, no, like I can be cool and have not drippy boogers.
Yeah, like I it's officially a problem when I have to solve it, you know?
And then I was like, nah, like I love my sleep. I love like this is my list of things. Okay. Family.
You realize I'm telling the story, right? You're like completely running off with this topic now.
I thought that was the end of your
No, I'm not done.
Story.
No.
You're more lame? You're even more lame? Oh my god. Go, tell us how lame you are. Tell us. What's your next story? What happened next?
This isn't the lead up to the story that I wanted, but anyways, that happened one time with my boogers. It was like 6 months ago. It was hilarious, right? You could find a clip of me talking about it if you go down our page far enough. Recently, I had a conversation with mom about how she took a green shit, but like a really, really green one, to where she called me.
I feel like you just need to you can finish telling your story because this might get into a longer topic, but I feel like you just need to redefine what you find lame. Because you're like, I had a whole conversation about mom's green poop, but also I'm in the medical field, so maybe that's like there's more things that are less interesting. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, why is that? Like you're talking to your mother, and she had green poop. Like, why
obviously,
is that lame? I don't know.
No, well, okay, hold on. Obviously, there are worse things. There's always going to be worse things. But that's not a cool conversation either. Like, it's not like I'm here I met so-and-so and I went here and I did this. It's like, nah, what did you do yesterday afternoon? Oh, my mom called me and she was like, hey, I took a really green shit. And I was like the one that I took that one time. And she was like, nah, like really, really green. And I was like, no, yeah, like the color of like greener than the grass green. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I took one of those too. Remember, I sent a picture to the group chat and she was like, oh yeah. And it was like super fucking lame. Like, and then I still have the picture and I went and found it.
It'll be right here.
No, and then I went and found it and then I sent it to her and I was like this green? And she was like, yeah, like that. And then she was telling me about how she was trying to figure out what it is that she ate that made it that way. And she was
That made
like,
it
it's because
green.
I ate some. She's like, I ate a bunch of purple tostadas, and I was like, yeah, purple, blue. Those are the colors that'll do it. Every time when I took that green shit, it's because I drank an ocean water from Sonic, and now every time I go to Sonic, if I get an ocean water, I'm like, here we go. You know,
No,
it's
I
funny.
had
It's funny
a
because those.
student one time.
It's funny because like those are the types of things that like right now I'm like that's such an like not an uninteresting conversation, but it's just like it's just not cool, you know? But like in the
Okay, but
future,
something
it's
being-
like that's still
something
like a
being
funny like
not-
nostalgic thing, you know?
I was gonna say something being not cool doesn't inherently make it lame. And also,
No, I think it does.
If you talk to someone about your poop, that's like the ultimate like connection, like like you know what I mean? Like you think I'd be telling fucking my coworkers, oh yeah, I shat and it was pebbly. Like, no, I don't be telling that to just anybody, you know? Like it's just it's a way of saying like I trust you. You know what I mean? Look at my green shit.
You're so fucking gross, dude. You're so, like,
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
it's so funny. It's so funny.
Tell me I'm
These
wrong.
are the type.
Tell
Hold
me
on.
I'm wrong.
I think you might be right because I think these are the types of things that like nobody likes to admit they talk about these things.
Yeah.
But like if you're really, really close with someone and you're really, really cool with someone, these are the things that you talk like you unlock these topics through having a good relationship with someone. You know what I mean? Like if you and your boys can't talk about the shit that you took, the green shit you took last night, you guys you're not even
they
friends.
ain't your boys.
You know what I mean? Like you're not
That's just
cool
the
with each
man.
other. You know?
Yeah.
It's just a man.
No, speaking of green shit though.
No, but see, hold on. But that's again, that just means that like me and my mom are boys. Like you're not supposed to be boys with your mom when you're 27. Like you're supposed to have actual friends.
No, talking about shit with your mom though, and I'm not saying talking shit. I'm literally talking about shit. That's your mom. She used to clean up your shit. Like that's like it's fine. But what I was gonna say, speaking of green shits, one time when I was in high school, I used to be part of what was called the ACE program. And so like I would go to either a middle school or elementary school, and I would be like basically a teacher's aide. And then I had to do like a TA, yeah. And I had to do like lesson plans sometimes, and I would always just like be there just to help out with the classroom, right? And then my last semester that I ended up going was for preschoolers. And I remember one time, one of the students had to go to the restroom, right? So then I walked them to the restroom. I was outside. They were doing their business. They came out. And they were crying. They were like, ugh. And I was like, oh, fuck. I don't even get paid. And even if I did get paid, I don't get paid enough to like wipe up like some mess that you made. Like I was already just like, God damn it. But I was just like, oh no, like what's wrong? Like, are you okay? Like, you know what I mean? And my student was like they told me, I still remember, they were like, it's not good. I'm sick. And okay, and they say that, and I'm like, okay, you're sick, probably threw up, your poor tummy. Oh no. I was like, oh no, did you throw up? They're like, no. And I was like,
are you sick?
Like, you know, how are you sick? And I was like, what happened? And they were like, look. And then like they take me to the bathroom and show me the toilet, and there's just like a really green shit in the toilet. And I was like, what's wrong? And they're like, why is it green?
They're like, what's wrong with me?
What's wrong? I guess they thought they were dying. And I was like, you're fine. Like, it's okay.
It's so funny.
It's fine. I was like, sometimes you eat things that make your poop different colors. Like, it's fine. Like, have you ever eaten corn and then you realized in your poop, like, there's little corn bits like that happen? And they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's okay. Like, it's just sometimes a little bit of what you eat kind of stays a little left over for when you poop. It happens. And then they were like, okay. And then I was like, did you wash your hands? And they were like, no. And I was like, I held your little dirty hand. And I was like, okay, let's wash your hands. And then they washed their hands, and I washed my hands.
Yeah, bro, that's the type of shit where like I don't trust people who hate kids. Like, if you don't necessarily want
That's adorable.
any of your own, I can understand it. But if you're like one of these, like, oh, kids are the fucking,
Genuinely.
where you're like, kids suck and kids shouldn't exist, and I don't like being around them, and I don't like dealing with them, and there's nothing good about, like, just, you know, those people that like they act like there's no point in them. You're lame. They're so funny. Like, there's so much shit that like
so
they'll do, or like there's so many new like perspectives.
You don't even know. Preschool, I did several grades. I did like second grade. I want to say like 11th grade, not 11th, 7th grade. I don't know where 11 came from. I did 7th grade. I did like several grades. My favorite was preschool because, like, honey,
they're insane.
They always gave me the tea.
Oh
no,
my
you
God.
don't even know. I'm a
and they're like their parents.
They would
and
be
shit.
telling, yes.
Oh my God.
One of my students told me that he was like, yeah, like, and it's unprovoked too. Like, you don't even ask a question that maybe makes them think of something. Like, no, they'll be like completely something else and be like, oh yeah, and this. The craziest one that happened to me is there's this little boy. He's coloring, right? And I'm looking. I'm like, oh, like, that's pretty, like, whatever, like, cute. And then he turns, looks me dead in the eye, and says, my daddy sleeps on the couch. And I was like, oh. I was like, does he like snore too loud or something? Like, just like whatever, like, just nonsensical. Because I'm like, whatever, you're a kid. He probably napped on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because there is a lot of times where a kid will say something and it kind of sounds like it's bad, but then it's like, no, they just don't know how to word it good yet. Yeah. So in my head, that's kind of what I assumed it would be, but it wasn't. He was like, no, mommy's mad at daddy because daddy keeps sleeping with other mommies. And so now he has to sleep on the couch. No. And I was like, oh!
No fucking way, dude. How the fuck does the kid know? How does the kid know? Like,
I don't know if, like, it's just a spiteful mom saying, like, you're a dad. Or if it was just thin walls and they're fighting and he's hearing and he's grasping a lot more than kids grasp a lot more than people realize.
He might not. Well, he can repeat the words. That isn't. I don't know that he necessarily grasps.
Or not grasp, but like they remember.
But,
is what I.
That's the type of shit where I'm like, how do you not? Like, your kid doesn't need to know. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He knows. I don't think he quite understood at the time, but
That's crazy. That's hilarious.
And then I didn't know what to say because I was like, what do you say to that? And I remember, like, I was like, oh. And then he just went back to coloring. And he's like, should I use the green crayon or the purple crayon? And then he was like, and then he started telling me about his drawing and, like, the vision that he had. And he's like, so which is the better crayon for it? And I was like, purple. Let's talk about something else. I was like, the purple one. What other colors do you need?
That's so funny.
Yeah. So that was the crazy thing that I was told. Like, I was just like, oh.
I saw a clip from this comedian where he was talking about how he was on an airplane and there was an empty seat next to him, and he was kind of like, you know, wondering like maybe whoever ends up sitting in that seat is going to be like a pretty girl, and maybe they can, you know, have a conversation and it can be a nice airplane ride, right?
You'll be chill. Yeah.
It ended up being like an 8-year-old boy, right? And he was kind of like, fuck.
All right.
Not much conversation to be had here, right?
Oh no. Plenty of conversation.
No, but then he was like,
I don't even know.
He was like, but he tried, because like the stewardess brought him along, and she sat him there and whatever, and she was kind of checking up on him.
Oh, so he was flying alone.
I don't know, but he wasn't with his parents and shit. He doesn't mention the parents. Well, shut up. Anyways, the story. So he's there and he's like
having a conversation.
And he was like, so I try to start kind of making conversation with the kid, because he kind of seemed like shy and nervous and like this and whatever. And so then he was like, hey, what's up? What's your name? And it's like, oh, I'm so-and-so. I'm so-and-so, whatever. And then at some point he made some like joke where it was like, so what do you do for a living? Are you a doctor? And the kid looked at him like he was retarded.
Like, no, you dumb bitch.
He was like, the kid looked at him like, he was like, no. And he was like, well, that was a fucking joke, you idiot. Whatever. Like, clearly you're too young and dumb to understand.
You have no sense of humor.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just kidding. Fuck.
Damn.
And then he was like, so I just shut up and I stopped talking to the kid and I put my headphones on. And he's like, and then a few minutes later, the kid tugs at my sleeve. And he was like, what does this guy want, right? And he takes his headphones off and he turns to the kid and he was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, Jeff, did you like the movie A Bug's Life? And Jeff was like, I love The Bug's Life. He starts talking to the kid and they start talking about A Bug's Life and all the characters and the favorite parts of the movie and this part's funny and when that happens and whatever the fuck. And they're all chopping it up about A Bug's Life, having a great time, right? And then the comedian, he's like, and then at some point, I start to get like a little insecure because we're having such a great conversation that I'm like, is this where I'm at?
Damn.
Mentally? Like, am I suited for 8-year-old conversation? Yeah, like, am I suited for 8-year-old conversation? Why am I having such a great time right now? And he's like, and so I got like a little insecure about it and I got a little defensive. Then I stopped talking to him. And he's like, he like wrapped the conversation up and put his headphones back on. And like, was like, we're not doing this, right?
Insecure ass, yeah.
And then a few minutes later, the kid tugs on his sleeve again and he takes his headphones off and he's like, hey, what's up? And he was like, do you like quesadillas? And he was like, I love quesadillas. And that's the story, right?
Yeah.
And I sent it to mom and I was like, now this would be me. For sure. Like,
that would be.
Because my mom always sends me shit. Everybody sends everybody shit where they're like, oh, this would be you, or this is the shit you would do. Right? Like just yesterday, Celeste sent me a video of Mario, Mustache Mario, the firefighter on TikTok, where he was talking about, he was like, this is how the story goes. He was like, oh, I was at the gym. I was just in the gym right now. He was like, and I'm using this machine. And he's like, and some beautiful young woman walks up to me. And she was like, hey, how many sets do you have left? And he was like, oh, I just got one more set. So like, don't worry about it. You're good. You can use it right now. I'm almost done. And she was like, you messed it up. You were supposed to say that you had a lot of sets left. And he was like, nah, but like, I only have one. So like, you're good. Like, don't even worry about it. Like I got, like, I'm going to be done right now, like right away. And she was like,
and he didn't ask why?
And she was like, no, yeah, because if you had a lot of sets left, then I could just give you my number and you can just text me. And he was like, when you're done. And he was like, nah, but I just got one. So like, I can hold it for you if you want. Like I'll wave you down so like nobody takes it. But like, I just got one. And she was like, yeah, I'm just trying to give you my number.
Damn, she still kept going?
Yeah. She was like, well,
I would have stopped after the first attempt. I'd be no. It's a sign from the universe.
No. Okay, thank you. We're going to get back to that.
Well,
she was like, I'm just trying to give you my number. And he was like, it finally clicked, like, oh. And he was like, oh, no. I think in the story he says, she was like, I'm just trying to give you my number. And he was like, why? In his head. And then it finally clicked and he was like,
click.
Oh, like, and she was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, no, yeah. And then he's like, I gave her my phone and I was just like, here, let me do this last set real quick. And he does the set and she puts her number in his phone. And he was like, and then we had like a nice little conversation and that was that. And I left. And he was like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. He's like, I'm 30 fucking years old. A woman has never come up to me and asked for my number before. Like, I just didn't even understand what the fuck was happening.
That was a thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Celeste sent it to me and she was like, you. And I was like, nah, ain't nobody coming up asking for my fucking number. You know what I mean? Like, I would have gotten it eventually. No, because here's the thing. My family makes fun of me a lot for being this type of guy. I swear, if it was that obvious, I would get it. I swear every time, every story or every scenario where every example they have of me being that type of guy, it's not obvious shit. It's not that blatant. Maybe it's like, if you're not naive, it's obvious, but it's not blatant. Like, there's a difference. You know what I mean?
See, I feel like...
Hold on.
I knew... Oh, wait, I'm still talking about the Mario story, though.
Well, we need to circle back to you saying after... Okay.
We're not circling back yet. We're still talking about Mario.
All right,
the Mario story, The thing is, I feel like you would have asked why, right? But I don't think in your head you would have realized yet, like, oh, she's flirting with me. Versus
No.
you're telling me this story, and immediately I was just like, oh, you know. I feel
No, I
like
think
I
I would
could.
have gotten it pretty quickly. I think like if she was like, "How many sets do you have left?" and I was like, "One," and she was like, "Oh, you said the wrong thing. You were supposed to say you have a lot left." I would have been like, "The fuck is wrong with this bitch?" Like, I would have
Yeah, that's why
immediately
I'm
been like,
saying you.
"No, hold on,
That's
hold
why I'm
on."
saying you wouldn't have realized.
I would have immediately been like, "Fucking why would I say that? Like, that doesn't make any sense." Okay, I guess there was a joke in there somewhere. I don't get it. And then she would have been like, "Yeah, because if you had a lot of sets left, then I could give you my number and you could just text me." I think I would have gotten it right then and there. I
Yeah.
don't think I would have still
See,
been like,
you're saying exactly what I'm saying. You do
"Oh, okay,
realize
maybe
that, right?
no, I don't know.
That's
Maybe
exactly.
you cut off a little bit, and I thought I kept up, but apparently not."
You did not. You literally said exactly what I said.
Okay, sorry, my bad
Anyways,
for wasting our fucking
circling
time.
back.
Circling back, ladies, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
how embarrassed you are. If you decide to go out on a limb and shoot your shot, you need to understand who you're working with. I don't feel bad for you. I don't care how much courage you had to muster up to do it. If you're gonna play the game, you gotta know what fucking game you're playing, right? The fact that you said right now, like, oh, after the first one, I would have given up. That's so dumb. That's so dumb because you need to understand that guys don't get hit on. Like, you have to work with them. You have to know who you're working with. You have to know what you're dealing with. You have to know what scenario you're getting into. You cannot just go up to a guy and give your fucking hints the way you like to give and expect it to work. Or like if you're doing the pursuing, you know what I mean? Like, because I've heard
No,
girls
but
say about
see,
like, I've heard girls say this
but
shit about like, oh, I don't walk up to guys. I just give them the look and then they walk up to me. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was going to walk up to you regardless of how you looked at him, because I'm sure the look was no discernible difference on your face and he was just attracted to you to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, he did not pick
yeah,
up on that cue that you think you gave him. You know what I mean?
yeah, no. What I mean, what I would have given up after the first try is specifically in that story, because I feel like I would have said that, and then he's like, no, 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 I already have one. And I feel like immediately there's only two scenarios in my head that are why he was completely oblivious like that. Like completely, because that was complete oblivion. First being he understood the hint and he just wasn't into it. And at that point, like,
No.
oh well.
That I promise
Second,
that's probably
listen,
not happening.
hey, stop interrupting me. Second is he's dumb enough to not get something like that in that particular scenario. And I've already said I want to date someone who's at least of equal or more intelligence than me. Therefore, it was a sign.
Yeah, no, you're wrong in both those scenarios. Or I don't think
Nah.
those are reasonable or fair conclusions to draw.
But
If
I'm
he's
wrong.
not into it, I think as a guy, if he's even kind of nice, if he's not into it, he'll still take your number. He just won't ever text you. You know what I mean? If he's a good person, he'll tell you straight up, "Oh no, like I'm good, thanks. I have a girlfriend," or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a scenario where the guy is not into it and then just continuously pretends to not know what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
he'll either tell you no thanks, he'll take your number and never text you, or he'll say yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I would bet with most guys. I really, really think most guys in most scenarios would fall under the category of like, this has never happened.
Oblivion.
And you don't even recognize what's happening when it's happening because it's never fucking happened. You know what I mean? Most guys. Some guys maybe have been hit on, but that's like that's the whole like top 1%er thing that we talk about, that people talk about, where it's like you don't know the normal experience, you know?
Have you ever been hit on by a stranger?
Yeah, but not like that. Well,
Overtly.
hold on. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking of telling this story. I don't know if I've told it on the podcast, but I was
probably
going to
yes,
get your opinion
then.
on it. I'm sure more than I realize, but it depends, because it depends on how you define hitting on. Like, has someone
Okay,
ever?
let's rephrase that.
Yeah, because you get what I'm saying. Like, because like there might be someone out there that said, "Oh, I met Oscar one time at this scenario, and I was hitting on him, and it didn't work," right? But on my end, the receiving end of that, it's like, what do you mean by you hit on me? Like, did you flirt with me? Did you make a face at me and hope that I would walk over and talk to you? Did you this? Did you, you know what I mean? Like, where do you draw the line of hitting on and not hitting on, right? For example, I have a story. Mom loves to tell this story. It's hilarious.
Oh, I know which one.
Which one? Fuck, you do know this one.
I know!
So one time,
I wasn't lying.
I was in college. I was at a community college, right? The current scenario, or on that particular day, my mom had to pick me up from school. It was like my first year of like community college or some shit, right? I was still living at home and whatnot. And so I was sitting at the area of the campus where she was gonna come pick me up, and there was like a staircase, and on the side of the staircase there were like big stairs, like giant fucking cement blocks, and I was just sitting on one of the blocks next to the staircase, chilling, right? I'm there, I have my headphones on, I'm listening to something on my phone, whatever. I'm so fucking like ADHD that I can't be in a public place and not glance at every single person that walks by, right? So I'm sitting there and someone starts walking and I glance at them the way I've been glancing at everyone. And when I glance at them, it's some girl. And when I look at her, she's looking at me. She's not looking forward walking up the stairs. She's looking at me, right? And then I just see her mouth moving like, and I was like, what the fuck? I think she's talking to me. Because this was obviously a stranger who I've never met before. And then I take off my headphone. And I was like, huh? And she goes, are you watching the fights this weekend? And in my head, I was like, what fucking fight? Which fight? Like, what are you talking about? Are there fights this weekend? Who's fighting this weekend? And I was like, I mean, I'm probably watching the fights, whoever's fighting. I don't know who she's talking about, but like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll just say yes. All of that happened in my head, right? I think I even said, I was like, oh, I'm not sure who's fighting this weekend, but like, I normally watch the fights. So yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I am. And then she was like, all right, cool. And then I was like, yeah. And then she kept walking, right?
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, what fucking fights? First of all, what fights? Second of all, am I watching them? Third of all, most importantly, why the fuck did she ask me that? And I'm like, why? Like, what is it? I don't have it on my face. I watch the fights. Like, what the fuck? Why would she ask me if I watch the fights? What makes her think I watch the fights? That just doesn't make sense to ask a stranger, right? And I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, and I can't figure it out, and my brain is short circuiting, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I look down at my phone, and I realize I'm wearing a UFC sweater. Now, when I tell this story to my mom in the car when she picks me up, that right there is the punchline of the story. I was like, I realize I'm wearing my fucking UFC sweater. Duh, fucking idiot. That's why she asked. And my mom was staring back at me like,
you dumb mother.
And she literally said to me, she was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And I was like, no, I'm really wearing it. Like, I was wearing this when you picked me up. Like, what do you mean, am I kidding you, right? You see the fucking sweat. You see it on me. Like, how could I be kidding? And she was like, oh my fucking God. And she like started rubbing her face and she was like, you're fucking joking. Tell me you're fucking joking. And I'm like, no, that really happened. Like,
yeah.
And she was like, she was hitting on you, Oscar. And I was like, what?
Nuh-uh.
And it was fucking hilarious to me. I was like, nah. And she was like, oh my fucking God. And she starts losing it, right? And she was like, she was fucking hitting on you. And I was like, how is that hitting on me? She asked me if I was watching the fights. Like, what? And she was like, Oscar. And she kind of tried to explain it. And I was kind of arguing because I'm an idiot. And she was like, let me put it this way. If you saw a girl that was wearing a UFC sweater and she was ugly, is there any way in hell you would ever walk up to her and be like, hey, hi, are you watching the fights this weekend? And I was like, fuck no.
No.
And she was like, and I was like, holy shit, maybe she was.
See, the thing is, and I remember.
But here's the problem. Go ahead. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
After that whole conversation between him and my mom, I got a phone call from Oscar. And every now and then, or I say that, every time they fight about something, or not like fight, but like bicker.
Disagree.
About something like that. Disagree. Usually they'll like phone in a friend or something. You know, they'll call me.
We'll call someone.
They'll call someone and be like, listen. They're like, an outside opinion. but no bias. Like, let me just tell a story, how it happened, and you tell me what you think. And Oscar told me a story, how it happened, and I was like, yeah, she was hitting on you. And I just hear my mom in the background go, I told you! Like, oh. And it was really funny. But what I was going to say in regards to that story, too, I was like, the only way that she was not hitting on you is if she's, like, on the spectrum. And UFC fights are like her
fucking thing.
Things, her thing that she.
I don't remember you saying that.
No, this is something I'm saying now.
Oh, okay. That's still funny.
Her peak interest, right? And even then, not really.
No, because she definitely would have asked more questions. She definitely
would have kept talking about it.
Exactly. She would have been like, are you watching the fights? And I've been like, oh, I don't know who's fighting. And she would have been like, so and so's fighting. Their record is blah blah blah, and their record is blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Therefore,
that's so funny.
Literally, the only scenario that occurred was she was flirting with him, and he did not register it, and she felt disheartened and then walked away.
Well, here's the problem. You know how girls say stupid shit? Like, guys will believe a girl is flirting with them when she's just being nice, and it's because they would only ever be nice to someone that they're flirting with, right? Stupid idea. But that's the problem, is that there are girls, every girl out there will define flirting differently. Some girls will flirt with you when they have no interest in you at all, and they're just a flirt. Some girls will be nice to you and not flirt with you at all when they're fucking head over heels over you. You know what I mean? Some girls will just be nice just to be nice. Some girls will be nice and that's their way of hitting on you. Some girls will be friendly just to be friendly. Some girls will be friendly and that's their way of hitting on you because they're not going to be friendly with a stranger that they're not interested in. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's what, hold on. No, that's what that's always been my defense in my head, is like, I have no fucking idea if you're just being nice. Like, what if you're just that friendly? Because there are people who are that friendly, right?
Yeah.
If I don't know you're hitting on me unless you reach a certain level of blatancy. And like, you don't have to necessarily be like promiscuous with what you say, but there's a fucking line. You know what I mean? Because there was this girl in high school who used to flirt with me, and I knew she was flirting with me. Found out later she had a tendency to flirt with everybody, but I always knew it. Like, I wasn't dumb. Like, she literally, there was one time I was in class and she was sitting across on the other side of the room, and she was like, yo, Oscar. She called me because it was like when everyone was working on some shit and everybody's talking and everybody's there's like a commotion, right? And she called me. She was like, yo, Oscar. And I got up and I walked over to her, and she leans forward, and I was wearing a fucking tank top, and she was like, where are all these muscles coming from? And I was like that.
And like, Oscar did the Debbie Ryan.
Yeah, kind of, right? Like that type of, like, there's no way you're friendly in that way. You know what I mean? That's not like, you could say worse things, right? But there's a level of like, come on, right? And I knew it then and there, and I didn't necessarily know what to say. But I've always claimed, like, no, if you actually like, that's what I call hitting on me. If there's any realm of possibility that what you're doing can be interpreted as just being friendly, you're not hitting on me. And even if that's what you were trying to do, you need to get better at it. You know what I mean? Because fuck you. Like, I'm not going to let you point the finger at me because you don't know the difference. You know what I mean? So I've long claimed, I can tell. If you reach a certain level of like, fucking duh, yes, I can tell. Other times, I don't fucking know. Because like, Sophia has also claimed that there's been times where we'll be like out and about at like the store or something, and then the cashier lady is like checking me out big time, and I'm like, nah, no way. I was standing right in front of her. She was facing this way. Like, what is she gonna look at? Like, you know what I mean?
She was like,
no, you fucking liar.
And Oscar was like,
you're a liar.
No, okay. Point taken, point heard. Circling back, if she was just being friendly, she would have just said, I like your hoodie.
No, because I would have interpreted that as flirting more than just, hey, are you watching the fights this weekend?
No, because that's just the off topic, like your hoodie, you keep walking.
No, it's a piece of clothing. No.
I'm telling you.
You guys,
that's what it would be.
You're the worst. All of you. You're terrible.
Me?
Yes,
Me,
women.
Anar.
I like your hoodie is way more flirtatious than, hey, are you watching the fights? Are you watching the fights this weekend? Is something your boy would tell you. You know what I mean?
No, because are you watching? No, because you're only seeing it at face value. You're not. You need to think just a little bit more. When she says, "Are you watching the fight?" She's starting a conversation. She wants to talk to you longer. Saying, "I like your hoodie," and keeps fucking off. It's just she liked your hoodie, and then she kept walking because it wasn't.
No.
It was only a footnote.
No, this is going back to my point of different girls define it different ways. That's what you would do if you genuinely liked their hoodie and you weren't interested in them. Another girl would sit here and say, oh, if I wasn't interested in you, I wouldn't interact with you at all. The fact that I interacted with you, the fact that I complimented you, that opens up the gate for you to then interact with me. I'm going to walk by, I'm going to say I like your hoodie, then I'm going to leave. And if you're the type of guy that I want you to be, you're going to continue the conversation with me. So fuck you. No, I'm not listening to you. Like there's no fucking right answer. It just depends on who you're interacting with.
And this is why no one flirts with you.
I mean, maybe according to me. But then also,
watch there be like someone who's like in love with you watching this episode and they're like, this motherfucker. Okay, just keep powering on.
I'm gonna say this right now. Disclaimer. If you've interacted with me prior to this episode coming out and you've tried hitting on me, my bad. If you're watching this episode and you plan on hitting on me, if you have any interest in hitting on me and you're seeing this episode, I'm telling you right now, just say it.
Be bold.
I promise you, I'm nice. I'm not going to hurt your feelings. I'm not going to tell you to fuck off, even if you're ugly. Just say it. And if it's not working out, I will be as nice as I can about it. And if it is working out, I'm going to be happy that it happened. You know what I mean? Like, nice. Yeah. But just fucking say no. Just fucking say it. Don't hint. Don't make a face. Don't fucking touch my arm while you're passing by and hope that I get what it means. No, just be like, hey, I like your face. We should get to know each other. And I'll be like, for sure.
The disclaimer is, I hear you. I do. But now I need you to think like a girl for a second, okay?
No. Okay. Disclaimer. If you have an interest in hitting on me and you're considering the possibility of like you shooting your shot, I'm telling you right now, that's how you have to do it. If you're not the type of girl to shoot your shot, that's fine. Like you just fucking, hopefully I'll be enough to do it.
Like I was saying, to think about it on the girl side just for a second, because yes, I get women, we can stand to be a little bit more obvious. I hear you. That being said, if a girl says that muscle line to some dude, the dude's just gonna think that she wants to fuck, and that's it. Like you have to be careful. Like yes, you might be a little too careful, but like
this is the number one. This is probably the most common opposition to girls shooting their shot is they don't want to be perceived or accused of being slutty. I gotta tell you,
it's not about it's not because you're saying it like, oh, I don't want to be shamed in public. No, I don't want to just fuck you. I want to go on a date. I want to do this because you know what? It's not even like a like. How do I hold on?
No. I get what you're saying. It's like managing the expectations. Like you don't want to give off the wrong impression too of like your intention. Yeah.
But honestly, guys, their spectrums. It's like you said. Like if they don't get it. With hints, you have to be blatant. But if you're too blatant, they're gonna think that's all you want. And you're like, no.
Yeah, because there's a level, like if you walk up to me saying some crazy shit, I'm not gonna believe that I'm so special, you would only be that blatant with me. That's hard to believe. That's kind of like, you're telling me you've never flirted that hard with anybody else. You know what I mean? And then that kind of starts to come off in like a promiscuous way, which is the risk you run, but tough is kind of all I can really say. Like, hopefully you strike a balance. You know what I mean? Hopefully you do enough, but not too much. And hopefully you're good enough of a communicator to have that conversation and be like, hey, by the way, I know I said this, but let me make it clear, blah, 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 blah. Because you can still have that conversation after the initial interaction, you know? But yeah, tough. No risk, no reward.
You're a guy. Let me pick your brain a little bit.
I've already told you, don't compliment dudes you're not into.
I know, you told me that. The thing is, okay, we'll circle back to picking your brain. The thing is about that, because I used to when I worked as a hostess at a restaurant, like if there was a guy that came in and I liked their shirt, I'd say, I like your shirt. And if there was a girl that came in and I liked her shirt, I'd say, I like your shirt. But I would only
Gay
do that,
bitch.
like my politeness, that me complimenting random ass like shirts to strangers, it was only ever at work. You'll never catch
like a
me on the
hospitality
streets
thing.
telling. It's a hospitality thing. It wasn't like a, hey there, big boy, like your shirt, wink, wink. You know, like that's not what it was.
Yeah, don't do that.
If someone did that to you, would you be like, oh, she likes me? Is that how obvious
I would be
they have
tempted
to
because
be?
nobody ever tells me that. Like that's the type, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's a scenario where like if we were there and we sit down at the table and the waitress is there, friendly, receptive to all of us, and then she turns to me and she's like, "I like your shirt," and she kind of does this little like, and then walks off.
And then
I'm
moving
gonna
on.
turn to everybody else like, is that something, or is she just being nice? And you guys
Does she
being
like
your
my shirt or does she like my face?
right, and then you guys knowing me are gonna be like, "What do you think, you idiot?" And then I'm gonna be like, "I don't know. That's why I'm asking." You know?
Nah, I would tell. Like if I saw her face or if I heard how she said it or saw the body language, I'd give you an honest answer. Anyways,
You know?
let me pick your brain.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're a guy. Picture me this. I have a friend. And it's actually I have a friend, not a it's a me story. And then, you know.
Oh, this is a real
But
friend?
I have a friend. It's a real friend.
Okay.
You actually met her at Thanksgiving. Anyways,
Oh,
I have a friend.
I know which one.
And she saw this guy that she went to high school with, like just out and about, like
Yeah.
in the city or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And they were talking and it seemed like they were hitting it off. And then he asks for her number and then she gives him like the number and it's cool. And then they're texting back and forth a little bit and he's about to go on vacation. And then radio silence. And like he doesn't like he just ghosts her. But the thing is, they were only texting for a couple like there was no like nothing. Like it was literally like all clues went to he was into it and then there was nothing. Why is that? He asked for her number. Like
this isn't the answer you want to hear.
say it anyways. That's why I'm picking your brain.
There's not nearly enough detail in this story. I need so much more. Like I need to know what was the last conversation like when he said, did he stop responding? Like, did he say, "Oh, I'm going out of town on Thursday," and then Wednesday was the last day they interacted? From Thursday on, he was just blank, disappeared. Was he out of town when he said like, "Oh, I'm out of town right now"? Did he invite her to go out of town? Was there like, I need more.
So they had tentative plans. Okay, he had said, I think he wasn't out of town yet. I think he had told her like, I'm gonna be out of town, and she was like, okay, like I hope you have fun, something along those lines. And he didn't respond. That was that. The thing is, they had tentative plans earlier because there's something that happens like weekly. It's like a dance class that happens weekly, and it's like they're free. And she had been saying that she wants to go, and he's like, "Oh, I go to those all the time, whatever." And he's like, "Oh, like maybe like," he was like, "We should go like together,
the twos of us."
Whatever, tentative plans, the twos of us when I get back, right?" And so that happened, and he was on vacation. And then the days that he said he was gonna be on vacation kind of passed. He didn't say anything. My friend was like, "Whatever, like you're on vacation, like enjoy your time," you know, kind of how she saw it. And then she's like, "Hey, like about those plans," and then radio silence. Is that enough detail? Maybe he's just a fucking weirdo. Maybe it's not a guy thing. Maybe it's a him thing.
No.
He has a small weenie, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't want her to see it." And then he got scared, and then he ghosted her.
No, either.
No, what are you saying?
He might have been trying to hit. I don't know how the conversation carried and where he could have like steered it to like, "Yo, what's up? Let's hang out." Or
he's
I would
gay.
say maybe no.
And he came out on vacation. He realized it on vacation. I
would say maybe he might already have something going on. Like he might already be in a relationship. And this was kind of more of like something he was trying to maybe develop on the side. And then he kind of like gave up on it. Like, yeah, never mind. I'm not doing this. Or like, this is too complicated or whatever. Because other than that, it's like, there aren't very many other reasonable conclusions as to like why. Honestly, either way, I think he was just trying to hit. Just like a quick like fling, like resurgence, like capitalize on the nostalgia of like, oh my god, it's been so long. You know how like you see someone you haven't seen in a long time, and then you start talking to them, and then you remember all the good shit comes back first. You remember all of the good things, and you get this like excitement of like, yo, why did we ever fall out of touch? Like, why did we ever stop talking? Like, you're so cool. I forgot how funny you are. In the heat of that, it could be like, yeah, let's go hang out. And then it's like, and then, you know, you get. But that happens. No, but that happens.
Realized then
that
she wasn't gonna be easy like that.
Yeah, like that can kind of happen to where like it's before, because the good things always come back before the bad things. Because the bad things start coming back, and then you're like, oh, this is why I stopped being friends with you. I remember now. You know what I mean?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And so like it might have been the type of thing where like, no, not triggering, but just like there's a window of opportunity, if you will, if that's all you're concerned with. And then like the more time passes, the less likely you are still within that window. And then it's just like, oh yeah, like she's kind of annoying, like I forgot, or like something. You bail on
along those lines.
You give up on the objective, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ain't worth it.
That's what it sounds like to me. And that kind of like that can play out in and out of a relationship. Like if he already is in a relationship, it would still play out the same way. But that would be part of the reason why it's just like, yeah, never mind, this isn't happening.
It really isn't worth it. Like it already kind of wasn't, but now it's like, extra.
You know what I mean?
Then it's just not. Yeah. You ready to play the game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the game. You'll say a letter of the alphabet. I'll say a letter of the alphabet. And we have to make a word. Like we'll say whatever letter you say. We'll like assign it. Whatever letter you say is the first letter, and whatever letter I say is the last letter.
Oh, and then we have to go backwards to make a word?
And then we have to, because we know, like, okay, what word starts with this and ends with this?
Yeah.
Fill the middle.
Wait. Do we go one letter at a time? Or like I just pick one letter, you pick one letter, and then we jump to a word?
In your head, in our heads, we pick a letter. We'll count down 3, 2, 1, say the letter out loud. I hear you, you hear me.
And we count down and we say the word.
No. No. You think this is a peaceful thing? No, this is a competition.
Oh,
we keep in track of how many we get.
No, I get it. I was going to say, I was like, this would be a really boring game if you were good at spelling, but you're not. So it's going to be exciting because you're going to piss me off with your bad spelling. You know what I mean? But no, this is a competition.
Competition.
Okay, well, this should be easy. So I assume we switch back and forth between who gets the first letter or the last?
Nah. I don't have to think that hard. I'm already going to have to think hard trying to fill in the middle. Let's just assign it and keep it that way.
So I'm first and you're last?
Yeah.
Okay. That's easy. I'm just going to pick words. I'm just going to pick hard letters.
Ready? Do you have a letter in your head?
No, hold on. Okay, I got one.
3, 2, 1. P.
T. Tip.
Poop.
Did you say P or T? No, what are you talking about? I said T.
Did you say P or T? Oh, I heard P, and I was like, easy.
Oh.
I said that with so much confidence, too. I was like, I got that shit on lock. Like,
can it be any word, or does it have to be like a certain amount of letters? Like,
do you want to cap it? I feel like maybe not 3 letters. It has to be at least 4 letters.
Fuck, okay. I still want to.
Okay.
That's one. Like that's 1-0. Draw. Write it down.
No, I think that's a tie because you need to enunciate.
No, it's fucking not. I said it.
Because I said it so quick. I got that shit.
No, the only reason you didn't understand is because you said P. If you had said S, like there wouldn't be any confusion.
Wait! You know what I mean?
Just sounded too close.
Troops. No, troop. You're the first letter. I'm the last. Troop.
I said tip.
I didn't. You said pivot.
I said tip, pivot. You idiot. No, I didn't.
I don't believe you, but I'll choose to maybe believe you.
1-0.
It's because the connection's bad too. 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Q. Quota. No. Fuck. Quote. Cool. Fucking shit.
Quinto.
This is hard. I don't know the words. Well, Q itself, that's just UE. Fuck. Quarto. Quarter. Quick. Can we do another one? Q is hard.
No, you picked it. We gotta figure it out. Now they gotta
Well, no.
watch us be
Oh,
stupid
no.
and not
Actually,
know.
Q isn't. Hold on. Q isn't that hard. Q ending with O is hard.
O was crazy, yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, that's why you shouldn't pick hard letters, dummy.
How about whoever can look one up fastest?
Okay.
Bro, none of these end with O.
Quattrocento. I got it. Quattrocento.
I don't
Or
want to keep looking.
Quartetto. That's a word. Cuomondo.
I don't think those are English. Okay,
think
whatever.
they
You
are.
get that one. I don't think they are.
I got it. Yeah, let's go. 1-1, bitch. Fucking. You thought you were gonna win easy. What? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
F.
B.
You said V?
B.
B?
Boy.
Oh, frit.
Boy.
Fab. That's 3 letters.
That's 3 letters.
Ends with B, starts with F, ends with B.
That shit came from my soul.
I was thinking farb.
Fum.
That's not a word. What?
I said fum.
Fum?
Form.
Phoebe? Is Phoebe a word? Feeble is... Or no, yep. Phoebe is a slang. Fuck you, I won.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. 3, 2, 1, E.
F. I mean, fuck. I already said that.
I win!
I can't say the same letter.
Yeah, you can. You said it. You chose it. That's on you. I win.
I meant to say A, bro.
We're 2-2 now. It's too late now. It's too late. We're even. Should we do one more for the tiebreaker or should we do 3 more?
No, it's 1 more.
Okay, fine. 3, 2, 1, H.
N.
Niche. No, that ends with E.
No, this ends with E. Fuck.
Stop copying me!
Nazareth. Ha! I win.
I don't think that's a word. Let's Google it. Sounds like it actually is a word. But I'm not going to defeat that easy. Nazareth. It's not a word, it's a place, which is still a word.
Anyways, I win. Tune in next week for another game. We're one.
It was a lot closer than you thought it would be.
Nah, we're keeping score for the entirety of this podcast. I'm 1-0.
Of who wins what games?
1-0 undefeated in the game.
Okay. No. 1-1. I definitely won the last game where we were saying
that wasn't part of it. That wasn't official. That wasn't the game.
That was part of it. That was part of it.
Score.
And I won that one. I did so much better than you did.
It's not a game if there's not a score.
Fine. I'll just catch up easy again.
Holy fuck, I'm dizzy. Okay.
Yeah, because you're old.
Dude, run the outro.
Stuff like that makes. Okay.
Run the
outro. That's it for today's episode, guys. I'm trying. Stop talking. That's it.
No, I was just saying
guys.
it in like a general.
I hope you liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Tone.
Comment your traumatic throwing up story. That's what I want to know. Okay? Comment that.
Me too.
And we'll see you next time. Wave goodbye.